forces a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Johnson on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Chris Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. On the catch, this is Chris Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. Complete. It's Johnson. Spinning away. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, it's Johnson. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson from 6 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Johnson.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Henry. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Gronk's first catch, good for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They try the left side with Johnson. And he's got some Chris Johnson. Nobody in front of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. He finds his man Johnson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Johnson's got it complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Henry.
That's caught by Rison.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
He's got a man complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 93 yards. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair. Let's get. And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Hit the low.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
60 versus. Nothing 19. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens,
he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Henry. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Henry. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
A fairly short kick from the 14, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They give to Johnson going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Chris Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shoves him aside.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively...